This the Prince of the Nightlife, DJ Melly Mel. Now tuned into the biggest Shenelle Simone, April B, Flu Head, Grew Head podcast. Are you dumb? NYC, the ATL. Yeah, Brooklyn, what up?
Yo, what's good, everyone? It is your favorite Brooklyn baddies. It is the Flu Hair, Grew Hair podcast, where worlds collide no matter where you reside. Ew. You know we love saying that. And y'all, and we say this every episode, but we're going to keep saying it every episode. But this episode, it's different. We even got to introduce you right now. It's Vedo, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, we got to do the... You can't hear it, but it's the round of applause.
Got you. That's the round of applause. Got you. Well, thank you. Thank you, ladies, for having me. I'm happy to be here.
No, thank you for coming. Absolutely, we really appreciate it. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, the steak and potatoes, we're going to start with our icebreaker. So we like to play a game called First Class versus Coach.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, the objective of the game is you're going to choose these options in this big bowl that only has like 5 things in it. When you take it out, it's going to give you 2 options. If you like it, it's going to be first class. If you don't like it, it's going to be coach.
Okay.
Now, if you cannot choose, you got to take a shot.
Oh, wow. What's the name?
Yeah, shout out to Bombay Vodka in the building.
The goddamn Bombay? Okay.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so.
Yeah, we're going to shake it up for you.
So if I do like it, first class. If I don't, go to coach.
It's coach.
And if I can't choose.
If you like what, how dare y'all,
right?
You got to take a shot.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so pick one.
April. You got to read it out loud.
Dispatching versus driving.
Wait.
Don't you still got the old ones?
I never put it in there.
I'm going to put it before first class.
He's like, wait.
I'm like, what?
Oh, I never took it.
Y'all. Like,
now he about to go look up dispatching. Look at that.
You would have some good ones in here.
You ready?
Yeah, I think.
Yo, no, that's funny.
Yo, we got mad. Listen, we got mad people in the studio. So shout out to Jaleesa in the building from the Girls, and shout out to Ramal, his manager in the building. So just it's a family affair.
Right.
So I got one. This is easy, by the way. American Idol versus The Voice.
Oh,
American Idol, we're gonna see you at the coach. The Voice, we're gonna put you in first class.
Now we know why.
No, gotta know it.
Okay, now listen. Of course, we put that in there. If you don't know, of course, Vedo was on The Voice. We all seen you sing "Boyfriend."
Yeah, that was crazy.
Right.
My rendition of "Boyfriend." Yeah.
Yes. So we know American Idol created greats like Ruben Studdard, Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson.
Facts.
But you know, he got to take it where it all began. You know.
Yeah.
You got to take it to the roots.
The Voice was dope. I think it was a little more different because they really, like I said, they had to focus on the voice. They didn't know what you look. They didn't know what you looked like, where you came from. All they knew was what you sounded like.
Right.
And I thought that was pretty dope to actually implement that into, going to American Idol. As soon as you walk in, you might have some crazy clothes. You might have some crazy clothes on, and they start laughing So,
have you ever considered American Idol?
Nah, I never did. I mean, honestly, I never really considered any competition shows. Even The Voice was one of those shows where I was like, nah, I don't want to do it because I don't want to make it a competition. It's already bad enough. Like the fans and supporters put everybody against each other. So I was like, these competition shows just kind of add their fuel to the flame. But I mean, it was definitely something that was really dope and taught me a lot, though.
Okay. Gotcha.
Right. You gotta pick again.
Okay, I got you. I ain't baby girl. Look. Oh, that's crazy.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh man.
Okay, you gotta read it.
Usher versus Chris Brown.
Ooh. Yeah. You gotta pick. So we had.
I gotta pick.
Listen.
No, we would rather you pick.
Okay.
Tell him why we're saying that.
So why we saying this? Because we had a guest on our show. Shout out to Highland Star.
Okay.
Highland Star came in the building.
The homie was happening.
Right, and he was just so distraught. What? How dare you?
Those are my bros.
So this has been a legendary versus that people are talking about, and it's in the sense of we need to know. And you're close to both of them.
Yes.
As far as the verses, he's saying.
Okay.
As far as this actual
this.
Usher versus Chris. Man, for me it's kind of iffy because it's like I look at it like this. That wouldn't be a Chris. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be a Chris Brown if it wasn't for Usher. You know, Usher, Michael Jackson, Usher, you know, things like that. I just feel like they're kings in their own right. But man, it's extremely tough. But if I had to pick somebody, I would R&B wise, I would go with Usher.
They call me US HER.
And I say that because it's like Usher's he takes his time when he releases music, so he might put little fillers out here and this and the third. Where Chris Brown releases great music, but it's like it's all the time. It's sporadic. It's like all over the place. And I feel like I still feel like there's no R&B album that's better than Confessions to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, and the numbers speak for itself. The longevity in the game speaks for itself. The immense. You know, the being able to just be cool and still stay relevant after all these years.
Got you.
Is also a thing. And big shouts out to the homie Chris as well. It's the same. It's like that's why I say it's extremely hard. But if you want to go and say, hey, who the best dancer? I gotta get it to Chris. Like, I just do. I mean, it's no style of dance the man can't do. Like
he can.
You know, there's no style. There's no style. Yeah, it's really no
Harlem Shake.
Everything.
Yo.
So I mean, you know, each one of them got their they got those things that they are absolutely, without a doubt, great at.
Right.
So I think that's what makes them both great.
Yo, I thought you was gonna take a shot.
Nah, but I would probably have to do. Yeah, I would do that
Got you.
shit.
Go ahead. There's 2 more in there.
All right, I got
See,
you.
Usher dance like I'm grown. I ain't got time for this. Like, let me just do it.
He a cool granddaddy.
Yeah.
Okay, marrying the love of your life at 17 versus marrying the love of your life at 35. Marry the love of your life at 17 to Coach. Marry the love of your life at 35 for sure.
Break that
First
down.
class.
Yeah.
At 17, I was outside. Marriage, nah. 17, I was so focused on like trying to be something, figure out my life, and this, that, and the third. The last thing, if I did have a girlfriend, she was support. I had you there for support to help me figure this out. We weren't even talking about marriage at that point. But I feel like at 35, you have so much foundation established on your own. Now that's when you can start building a house. I mean, you know, when you lay foundation in concrete, it takes time for it to actual get hard and actually basically set in. So I feel like 17 and 35, that's the pouring of the foundation, and 35 is when you start building the house together.
Right. 35 is like, all right now, come on. You ain't all right.
Yeah.
What we doing?
I mean, even then, don't rush it, because 35 is still like
No. No.
because you got 35.
A man better not come to me at 35.
But you gotta think about it. Some people, like at 35, man, it's a lot of 35-year-olds ain't even really stepped into their career path, like for real. It's some people, some 35-year-olds, they don't step. People 40, 50 years old, they just now really stepping into that.
They a
This
pop
is
by
what
then?
I really want to know. Not really, because it's like it's real. It's like, you know, at 50 years old, somebody became a millionaire. This was their dream. It took you 50 years to get here. Guess what though? You got more knowledge than the person that got a million at 25. That's you gonna keep that million. You know, so I feel like, you know, the longer it take, just let that process brew, baby. Don't rush it.
Long story short, you know more at 35 than 17.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got
Don't
you.
wait until 50.
No, don't wait.
Well, you know, Vedo.
But don't wait on nobody though.
Don't wait on nobody. Last one. Let's see.
Ooh, damn.
Oh.
Artist versus songwriter. I'm gonna have to take a shot on that.
Oh, you got that funny.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
gonna
what? We're
take a
gonna
shot
take
on
one
that.
with you.
I'm gonna take a shot.
We don't ever turn down a shot.
Yeah, because they go hand in hand.
Ooh. Ooh. You
Like y'all got me be drinking vodka. I'm finna be toe up. Lord have mercy.
break it down. I know they go one without the other, and we're gonna ask you that more so in depth with the questions. But we knew we was gonna get you on that.
Oh, for sure. You knew that. Yeah, y'all knew what y'all were doing.
Right.
So we want to break it down.
Yep.
Okay. So I would say the artist is, you know, the person that tells the story. The person who's the face of it. The songwriter is the person who actually has been through it. The songwriter is the person with the actual experience.
Okay.
So that's why it's important for artists to learn how to write songs. Go through some shit. Like go through some stuff, you know, have some heartbreaks, have some ups and downs, because that makes for really, really great stories. Be a listening shoulder to people, because I write songs all the time about other people's situations. I think the artist, if an artist can be a songwriter, he is, what do you call it? He's needed. You can't fire me. You need me. I'm a songwriter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if there's only one guy in this room that know how to connect these lights, you can't fire him, because if so, we're gonna be in the dark.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why you have to give yourself that skill and that trait, so that you are a necessity. Being a songwriter is much more. Being an artist is much more tangible when you're also a songwriter.
I got you. When you write a song, you said, you help tell other people's story. If I come up to you, let's say I got the money. I'm like, yo, Vedo, I need you to write me this song. This man pissed me off. I'm about to slap him, but I'm in love with him. Figure it out.
I mean, right? That's
really
really all you need. Yeah, that's really all you need is the brief synopsis. Okay, he mad at you. I might ask you why he mad at you. Why you mad at him?
Now you asking
but see, that's the
that's the potatoes right there.
So everything else is like, okay, this whole song, she been mad, she been pissed off at him, but for what?
So the people want to know why.
I want to know why. You can't just give them, a beginning and not a middle and an ending. So you got to kind of, it's a whole climax.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
He didn't ask me what I wanted to eat.
Well, I would say, well, baby, you might want to start snacking throughout the day. You don't start snacking throughout the day. The song gonna be called
Snacking. You should have been snacking.
Because if he asks
you was lacking.
If he asks you what you want to eat, and if he don't ask you what you want to eat, it probably gonna still be a problem.
Yeah. It is.
So help you make up my mind.
It is.
Because I ain't got time.
No.
Yo, stop playing. That's going to be a song.
Please don't encourage.
No, that'd be a big issue.
Women are complex.
Women are hangry.
Yeah, women are complex.
We don't eat.
Very, very complex.
Give us a Snickers.
Yeah. I don't pick the place to eat. I say whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Smart man.
I'm with it. Whatever you want to do. Yep. Well, I don't really know. I'm like, all right, well, baby, when you figure it out, let me know.
Okay.
Because if I say let's go here, well, what about this? Now we went there last time. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? It's on you.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right. I got you.
Take notes.
Well, people, that was First Class versus Cone. You did good.
Appreciate you.
Right. We had you a little.
Listen.
A little stuck.
It did have me stuck a little bit.
A little stuck. All right, so now time for the Flew Here, Grew Here part of this. So what Flew Here, Grew Here was created for was for us to basically talk about where we were born, how that shaped us, and then moving to Atlanta or the South or wherever, and how that helped you grow, right? So tell us a little bit about where you're from, how that helped you kind of get into your career path, and then moving to Atlanta and what that did for you as well.
I'm from Michigan, Ben Harbor, born and raised. Anybody know what Ben Harbor is? It's one of them places where you really it's just really spread your wings. You got to move.
Okay,
you got to leave. But what Ben Harbor, Michigan taught me was, like I said before, foundation. It taught me hard work. It taught me every day as a black man, you're gonna have to fight regardless. And we fought physically, growing up in the projects, there was a fight for your respect. There was a fight for, not being bullied. A fight for whatever, you was fighting for, and it goes hand in hand today. Even as a songwriter, as an artist, we fight for different rights right now as artists and songwriters. We fight for things as creators, and it's an ongoing fight. And that's one of the things that Ben Harbor has always taught me is you gonna forever be fighting in this world. So we're gonna teach you how to fight now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And moving to Atlanta just kind of opened every door for me. I mean, I moved here when I was 14, 13 years old, 13, 14 years old. And I moved because I was fighting.
Physically
fighting in the streets, running around with the wrong crew. Got kicked out of pretty much every school that would accept me.
Wow.
And it was just time, man. And this is very important for any women or men that's listening. When you have young boys, there becomes a time in that young man's life where he will need a male figure, a dominant, stern male figure in his life that is going to be there, because that's what I needed at 13 years old.
Yeah.
And my mom called my dad and was like, "Hey, look, You know, remember that deal we made a long time ago? I ain't know they made this deal.
You even need to know. They got an unofficial parent deal.
That's an unofficial like deal. When parents split and they had that kid, it's like, all right, when he turned 12.
When he gets to that, when he gets to the point where you can no longer, and you feel like you can no longer handle him or teach him how to be a man, call me. And that's what she did. And he came and got me.
So your dad was in Atlanta?
No, my dad was in Atlanta, yeah.
Okay.
So he came down and he drove from Atlanta down to actually Indiana at the time I was living. And he got me and was like, yo, let's go. Like, yo, we'll be.
So you didn't even know you were leaving?
I was kicking game. I'm like, I'm outside with the homie. I'm like, hey, yo, Pops pulled up.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, Pops
get in the car now.
I'm thinking he just in the area. Like, yo, he just gonna stop by. Nah, this was a whole scenery change for me. I left all my friends. I left all like everything that I had, like as far as everything that he felt I didn't deserve because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. So he literally left it.
So was your bags packed? What happened?
My mama had some bags packed, but it was it was minimal. It was like
it was the essentials.
It was the essentials. It was some socks, some underwear, night clothes.
Your daddy gonna buy stuff when you get there. What was that moment like? Were you angry at her? Like, was you like, come on, like, mom, you know, mama, like, how you gonna do this to me?
I was a little angry because at first it's like, you know, it's like a kid, you taken out of that element from
all your friends is up
all
there.
my friends, everybody I've grown to love, and it's like, man, but the longer I was in Atlanta, I started to see the bigger picture because shortly after I moved, a lot of my friends started getting locked up, going to prison. 20 years, some getting killed. People start having babies, like dropping out of school, things like that.
It was like, whoa, life got real.
It was drastic. Yeah, you know at that age, that 12, 13, 14, 15.
It could be very detrimental to the rest of your life.
So, and that's what it did for me. So I was saying a couple years, 2-3 years had passed, went by. I'm like, okay, now I'm 16.
And you realized that young too.
Yeah.
It didn't even take you 20.
Nah.
You realized that at 16. That's crazy.
Because I was always independent, and my dad allowed me. I had no choice but to be independent with him.
Right.
When you with your mama, she gonna hold your hand.
Yeah. What they say, mamas and their sons. They raise their daughters.
Yeah.
So that's what it was, man. And I realized how drastic I needed that change to happen.
Right.
Because I'd probably be locked up somewhere with the niggas or dead somewhere because we was doing some dumb shit back then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who realized you could sing? Did you realize?
Oh yeah, I knew I could sing. I was shy. I was real shy though. I was like 10 years old, 19 years old. I was real shy.
So you was the homie in the hood singing Jodeci.
I was
it's funny. On the corner like, yo,
like there go that singing boy.
Right,
Hey, yo, Vedo, sing. What was your name back then?
Ooh, here you go.
Come on. See,
we had a few. I had a few.
Just give us one.
Oh wow, this was.
Give us the most one that you like. If they ever call me that ever again today, I will.
Playboy V.
Playboy V.
Hey,
yo, Playboy V. Yo, they go Playboy V. Yo, come sing that song. Yo.
But nah.
Sing that new Usher. Go ahead, do that thing.
What was crazy, man, is I had ran through so many names, and what was funny is the name that I should have just went with the first time was right in my face. It's my dad's name, Vedo. That's my dad's name. I'm Big Vedo.
You Lil Vedo.
I'm Lil Vedo. He Big
Vedo. Okay.
So and it was just like, why not just call myself what everybody called me already, Vedo. Instead of trying
but you wanted to be Playboy V. And you little light skin too.
The older you get, the darker you get too. So I was a little lighter back then too.
He was really Playboy V back then.
Yo, you thought you was part of like Pretty Ricky or something?
I thought I was in a group with Usher. I thought I was in a group with Chris Brown, Pretty Ricky. I thought I was in a group with every young artist that came up. I was like, yo, what? All that. Everything.
He was battling everybody too, I bet you.
Nah, it was fun. Actually, what was crazy, I was the only guy in my hood. I sang all the hooks on the song, no matter what the song was about. It was about hood song.
We knew it.
Song.
Stop playing. We gonna shoot him up. Shoot him.
Everything. Now you laughing? That's the real way.
Yeah.
That is the real.
I used to R. Kelly, Jay-Z type thing. Like
what Ja Rule said. Every thug needs a lady.
Yeah, man.
He was like,
no, and that's just how it happened, and I just kept it going. You know, a lot of people, like I said, ended up getting locked up and doing all this, but I personally needed that move because I was able to keep it going.
At what moment did you know, like, yo, this singing thing might really be serious.
I always knew it.
Always.
When I wrote my first song when I was 12.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Like, I said, I ain't really interested in going to college. Wasn't interested in being a police officer. None of that. None of that, that little thing they try to throw on kids at school. What do you want to be? You want to be a fireman? No.
Career day. Shout out to career day.
Nah, I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be an artist, a songwriter, and that's when I knew.
Okay.
Was your first song about a girl?
Yeah.
Everybody song.
Yeah. Absolutely. R&B is love, man. R&B is,
what was her name?
Well, I don't remember her name.
Oh, okay.
It probably was about a few. At that time.
Right now.
I had a few things. I said, but no, it was definitely a song about a chick though, for sure.
Okay, I can see it's so cute. Oh, there you have it. Playboy V in the building. Okay, now you should have watch what I see one time. I'm gonna be at the.
Will we see you out?
No.
You bet. Hey, I'm be like, who's this?
I'm like, excuse me, can you get Playboy
I'm like, hey, bro, who the hell is this behind me? Who is this behind me?
Your manager gonna be like, oh, them two Brooklyn girls.
I love it.
Now that we know, your background, how did you come up? We love the nickname. Y'all, please don't go around calling.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's just only
I won't respond.
He would not respond, baby. You gotta be known in the hood to call him that.
Yeah, you gotta be. Yeah,
you gotta have a couple stripes.
Yeah,
couple stripes and a couple teardrops.
Right.
He big as swole. He likes, but bring him in. Yeah, you gotta be real respected.
Yeah, you gotta be. Yeah, you gotta be like him.
Right. So we know once again you dominate this R&B industry,
Thank you,
we seeing you from The Voice to now, it's like, wow, dreams are real. Yeah. Definitely be intentional.
You know the vibes. Come on, baby. Yeah.
Right, about what you want. So let's talk about R&B music today, right?
Okay.
So we keep hearing this, that, R&B is dead. Oh my God, nobody. I want the 90s, the early 2000s. So the whole R&B is dead conversation seems to be an ongoing topic, however, right?
Right.
So, yourself, what do you think R&B needs in order for the people to believe in it again?
It just need to give it a chance to evolve. It's the reason why, you don't have rappers sounding the same. It's the reason why you don't have country artists sounding the same. Like, R&B just evolves, man. That people just have to be able to say, hey, man, you know what? It's 2023. People ain't out here wearing what you used to wear in the 90s. They ain't out here singing like that no more. But however, love is still love, and it can come across the same. It's just the messenger is different.
Right.
That's all. I think that people just need to give it a listening ear, because the love is there, and it's some really dope R&B artists out there that are really like myself, that are really holding that torch and really creating really, really great R&B.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only thing that's missing, and to the radios and all these platforms that will exploit everything but R&B, you really don't need to say nothing.
Exactly. It was a time where R&B was taking over hip hop.
Absolutely. That's because guess what? People weren't afraid. They were not afraid to be in love. They were not afraid to be vulnerable. People were like, it's okay to have one woman. Like, it's cool. It's cool to sing about being married. It's cool to sing about starting a family and raising. It's cool to sing about that type of stuff. I think now it has been uncool because all we hear on the radio waves is,
it's shoot 'em up, bang bang, cheat on her,
everything. So,
we got hoes and blah blah blah.
Absolutely. So I think just give it a fair shot. Give the R&B a fair shot, and I'm talking about a real fair shot. Not all right, let me see what you got. Yeah. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
start listening to people's full projects.
Let the masses decide if it's hot or not. Because at the end of the day, it's too many people playing gatekeepers who really have lost touch anyway.
Yep.
So you're really not even in touch with what's hot and what's not. Only thing you playing is what you think is hot.
Right.
Yep, so that's true.
I think if you let the masses, decide on that, we'll get further. Yeah.
You spoke about how, there was a time in R&B where people were not afraid to speak about positive love, right? Yeah. And one of the things, like me and Shenelle talk about with your music, is like when we listen to a Vedo song or a Vedo project, from start to finish, it feels like you're giving like hope to love.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what made you decide, like, you know what? because even like some R&B dudes, they trying to go the rap route and talk about that. What made you decide, no, I'm going to stick to talking about uplifting, supporting, really encouraging love versus the toxic type of love that they want to speak about?
I mean, that's all I wanted to sing about. Like, I've always been that person to always just like want to sing about love and sing about just positive, relationships and things like that. And the truth to be honest with you, it's just to not have someone is boring. Like, it's very boring. It's very taxing. It's you find yourself in all these different situations when you're trying to do all this and juggle that. I think it's healthier when you can you have one person that you got to deal with,
right?
And you're more successful.
And that way you can focus on getting to the bag.
Yep,
exactly.
You can focus on running your business the right way.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, like I said, that one person might not be that person, but it's that person for the season.
Right.
But I think everybody should find their person for that season, and if they've expired for the next season, that's cool. That's life, period. But always your goal should always have me a person.
I told April this when we was talking about, we was meeting you today. I was like, yo, you know who Vedo remind me of? Jaheim.
No,
right.
But you know what though? I ain't put that woman first. We gotta get that bag down, and then we can talk about that.
I'm like,
somebody said he put that woman first, and now he ain't.
Didn't I?
Yo, that's exactly what she said. She said somebody said Jaheim ain't been right since he put that.
Nah, but Jaheim was he's a legend
in the
though.
sense of how you uplift women,
Yeah, the industry did him wrong too. By the way, they did.
We know.
We know. But when you listen to Jaheim, it's like everything is about a woman. Anything, love,
just in case,
I change for you. So when I hear about you constantly praising women,
it makes you smile.
It do. Right? We be like that.
R&B singers, I'm not going to my concerts and seeing 85% niggas in the crowd. I'm seeing 95% women in the crowd. So why wouldn't I cater to my core fan base? And the thing is, like, women y'all don't always want to hear about getting your back blown out and this, that, and the third. I mean, it's good. Look,
I want to be
loved on, okay?
I want to be rubbed on.
You want to be, you want those whisper those sweet nothings in your ear to make you feel like, oh, wow.
Let me tell you how I knew Vedo was about like love, based on the covers he was doing.
Okay.
Can I tell you my favorite cover you ever did? And I listen to this song every day. It never gets skipped. At least once a day. At least. When you did the cover of Jhené Aiko's P Fairy.
Oh yeah.
I listened to that.
She freaked too, yo. That's one of my most freaky ones. Freaky one.
Listen. But no, when you did Braid My Hair, Let Me Love, I love that. But I'm telling you, like, the covers, I was like, oh, he really believe in like catering to a woman, like loving, all of that stuff. So it's really good to see an artist, especially R&B, of course, do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how I was raised, man. I love women. I love making them smile. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's my fan base. That's my core fan base. I love them. They love me. So
right. And one thing that you talked about too was, earlier with the First Class versus Coach, we talk about being an artist and songwriter. So we know you the written for many. Of course, Usher, of course, Chris Brown, and so much more.
Blessed to be a part.
Talk about the discipline you have when creating someone else's vision while also waiting for your moment as well. So let's talk about it in a sense of you write a hit, right? Right. And let's say it's time for you now. It might not get the praise, and it could be because of the artist or whatever it may be.
Right, I got you.
But we know this song is fire. Like, hey, this is Vedo, but you don't get the same praise as it. So talk about that. I don't know if it's a frustration or it's just so.
I mean, it's all for me. It's timing, right?
And that's what I was gonna say. It's like faith that your moment is still gonna.
Yeah, I think that when you come to a place in your career, especially as an artist, you're like, all right, look, well, I know I ain't finna get all these top playlists, right? But look, give me what you got. We're gonna work with it, and I'm gonna keep on working because at some point, I'm gonna get one, and you ain't gonna have no choice. But
Right.
Yeah, so I feel like when you writing songs for another artist and it's going crazy, getting awards. Oh, songwriter for this song, but it ain't your song. That's just a stepping stone to to you now, you being in that spotlight, because now at the end of the day, when a song is a hit, what's the first thing you do? When the song is a hit when they come on. Yo, who wrote this song?
Okay, I was gonna say that, but I don't know if I was wrong.
Yeah,
I'm like, who is it?
Who produced
song,
man? It's
Yeah.
Let me look at the credits. And then when you go up there and you see Wilbert Vedo McCoy III, you're like, who is this with this long ass name?
Who's Wilbur?
Right, you go type it in. Oh, that's Vedo.
Right.
So it's like, oh, and it's like, man, let me go check. If he wrote this, who else he write for?
Exactly.
And it's, then he did this too. So it's just like, it just opened doors to, more people to see you and people to hear you. So I don't feel away. If I can say that it get frustrating at times when it's like, man, we finna drop another album. Man, okay, all right. But you know what, though? I look at it, I was dropping albums for free. I was doing shows for nothing. I was performing in front of people.
Gotta look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, I was performing in front of people who was having their own side conversations, wasn't even paying attention to me for free. So now I'm in a place to where I can go do paid shows. People buy my albums, stream my albums. I'm traveling all around the world. Like it might not be, selling out 50,000 stadiums, but it might be 1,500.
Right.
Yeah.
It might be 1,000. You know what I mean? So. I look at all that as like, man, it's just a step. Everything that's a step above what it was last album.
Yeah, that and it don't matter how many people at a Vedo show because it's gonna be lit.
If we sell 500 tickets, we'll be like, hey, get a 500 venue.
Yep.
So that thing look packed.
Artists are really struggling now to sell tickets. So talk about how like you constantly connect with your fan base enough that they're so loyal to you because it is a drought right now for artists. I mean, we done spent $1,400 on Beyonce. We ain't got no more money for no concerts coming up. Like,
I mean, you know what? For me, man, first it's the music. It's the music that they can connect to and connect through me as well. You can connect to me through my music. But it's also for me, it's a lot of people say, yo, you gotta. And my manager gets on me all the time about this. Man, you gotta work social media, man. You gotta. I'm like, that ain't really my thing though. But guess what? They gonna come to them shows. Cause he don't really go live on IG like that. He don't really do this, but we get to go see him now. It's like, man, it's that element of surprise. He talk about this in his music. We love the way he speaks. I love that he's a family-oriented man. Whatever you feel about him, but damn, it's something else about Vedo. I just don't give him everything.
You doing fan photos like Chris Brown at your shows?
I can't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, you my girl from the Bronx.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
And she got a razor blade.
Yeah,
I was just about to say, and it's right in the back of her, right in the back of her mouth. Look, shout out to her.
You know the girl, call me. Call her.
Can't do it.
Y'all know Brooklyn was something?
Yeah,
baby.
crazy.
Look, next question.
Yeah, she from the Bronx.
Next question. You spoke about being a family-oriented man, right? So, and your story, honestly, I think is why a lot of people fell in love with you on The Voice, and watching your journey over time, because we got to see some of your family. Your mom was there with you, but she was going through her own battle of illness at the time. Can you tell us the emotional state you were in with having to be at some would say some of the height of your career on The Voice, but still having to deal with some of the hardship of watching your mom go through that?
Man, it was just bittersweet. It's like, man, you know how it's almost kind of like, you winning the race, you at the Olympic, whatever, and it's like gold medal. You first place, and then the referee comes and say, hold up. Nah, we think you cheated a little bit. Let's take that back. Let's go watch this videotape real quick. Now it's like, damn,
I was right there.
Like, damn, how you gonna like that? You just killed my whole. That's just kind of how that felt. It's like, at the pinnacle, you're at the top, and then it's like, all right, well, remember, it's still finna be one of your darkest moments. And that's just kind of how it was for me. But I just kind of I kept going because that's all she wanted me to do. Is keep going. That's what she actually said. Like, nigga, you better keep going.
It's like past life.
That's life.
You better still going.
So and that was all the motivation I needed was those words right there. Nigga, you better keep going.
Yo, next time somebody needs some inspiration, nigga, you better keep going.
Right. I'm trying to tell you. That's all I need. I'm like, hey, shit, say that.
Say less. That's it. Yep.
So
say that, baby.
Right. How is your mental state now?
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's better now. I had my daughter. She's 3. That was
a beautiful story.
Yes.
And how you named your album, everything. Loved it.
Yeah, that was So that was she filled a really like
that hole that felt like something was missing.
Filled the real like void that I was missing. This is like that unconditional love. The only person that really gives you unconditional love is your mother
and your child.
And your child. So that's kind of like how that was. Like there's no condition. She love you no matter what. Wake up, whether I'm up or I'm down, whether I'm rich or poor, she will love me forever. No conditions. So she definitely did that for me.
Right. Yeah. And if your mom was still here today, what would you think she would say to you right now?
I know she'd be crazy. First of all, she had whatever she want. She have everything. But she was real like humble and quiet. She didn't really get too excited about things. All she says, "I'm proud of you, nigga."
I'm proud of you.
That's you, nigga. Like, stop playing.
I'm proud of you, nigga.
Yeah.
What's up with you say?
Yeah.
So me say, nigga, proud of you, nigga.
Period.
Right.
Toast up.
Look, hold on. No, let's do a toast.
Let's do a toast.
Yes, toast
Yes.
Yeah, like
And
that's
the words
all.
of Mama Vedo,
nigga, keep going.
Period.
Keep going, and that's all you really need, though, man. As your mom be like, nigga, keep going. I'm proud of you, nigga. Like, I bet. Say less.
That's
really
dope.
Much more.
All right, we have a fan question.
What's happening?
Okay, shout out to Tahira from Brooklyn, New York.
I told him the story 30 times. Tahira, this is for you.
This is for you.
Vedo.
Tahira, what's up, baby?
Yes, this
we're gonna have
to
shrink that and send it to her.
If I call her after this, but
Listen,
this is for you.
Okay, so she says, "Hello, Vedo. Your music focal point seems to be about uplifting women. Do you think you will ever compose more music that encourages men to be better in relationships?"
Yeah, I think I have that already. You know,
they just need to listen.
Yeah, I think they just kind of need to listen. You know, it's not. You know, I don't think I'd make a song saying, "Hey, brother, sit down." You gotta love that woman. Nah, you know, I don't think I'm gonna make a song like that. But it's like, listen to how I'm talking to her,
and
mimic that.
Yeah,
you know? That's the same. It's the same effect. So yeah, I think they just need to listen more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, her last one is, do you feel your music makes a huge impact on our generation of women?
Oh, yeah, I do.
For sure.
There's a lot of people that lost a lot of weight.
Right.
Got their degree.
Get them. It's time to boss. We done bossed up. Like,
millions of people.
You got it.
all right, Fred.
Yo, that song had you in the mirror like
I know. Got it.
Yeah, so and it was crazy, man.
That took
Oh my goodness, yeah. That's being independent and having a record that really blew up like that.
Yeah.
Man, you don't want no other feeling. Like, it's like you don't even want to be signed to nobody. Cause
no.
You already know how I feel when your record goes stupid like that. Like, that was a global smash.
It was definitely.
Yeah.
And women enrolled in school,
getting their credit together.
Right, saying I could do it.
Yeah.
And that's definitely the bigger picture. So let's talk about your new single.
Yeah, so come on, let's talk about Intentional.
Yes.
Because we've been playing it all day.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Another beautiful song from Vedo. I mean,
a new wedding song.
A new wedding song to the list.
You gotta know it.
So tell us about how the song came about, and then what is so special about this single?
Oh man, well, the song came up. I wrote the song. It was like 3:00 in the morning.
Oh,
was she asleep?
Actually, she was asleep.
Yo, why I felt like she was asleep?
He rolled over, looked at her, and was like, "Man,
I forget what I was thinking about, but I just obviously, of course, that's the song is about being married and being in love and being intentional in your decisions you make while in love. But what makes that song so special is that, like I said, it really came from a place that was sitting on my heart, and I wanted to just like get it out. So 3 in the morning, I went and recorded this song in like 45 minutes.
Oh
wow!
Probably less than that.
But you got a studio at the house?
Yeah, I got
What you doing? He drove.
No,
he got in the car and drove to the studio. Like,
yeah, I recorded it. I recorded it at my house. Recorded myself, mixed it.
He the producer, the engineer, the songwriter. Girl, he get all the bags.
Absolutely,
right? All the credit.
All the bags.
This song is special because I feel like a lot of people go through life, and just kind of making mistakes, trying to figure it out, like, and that's just what life is about, right? But I feel like when you can sit down and say, "Hey, I'm going to intentionally do this and have, good intentions behind it. I think that things just happen the way they're supposed to happen, right? I mean, I just want to say I didn't fall in love with my fiance by mistake. Like, I fell in love with her on purpose. It was like, okay,
that was the line for us. Yeah. That was the line.
It was like, it wasn't no like, oh man, I just don't know what it is about her. No, I know exactly what it is about her.
She from the Bronx.
Yeah, I know exactly
she from New York. She from New York.
New York girls around there.
So
Okay.
It was my intention to get her pregnant. It was my intention to make her a mom. It was my intention to, share whatever I have, share my wealth with her, build her up, invest in whatever. So those are my intentions. I'm not doing that because I feel like I have to. Right. I don't have to do anything. I'm just intentional about the fact that I want to see her happy, whether it's with me or not, because she's just that great of a person. Regardless, so I mean that's why everything is intentional. From
that's amazing.
From my manager, I have that's intentions because I know the type of person he is. He's an intentional person.
Right.
People I let around my daughter, people I let around my fiance.
Yeah,
these are intentional people. All my friends that I have, those are my friends intentionally.
Yeah,
ain't no by way of I know him. No, I don't know him.
Okay.
So no, he can't be. I can't allow him to come into my safe space. Now, however, later down the line, if all right, he might be a cool person. All right, come on in. I intentionally let him in.
Gotcha.
So I believe that if you start letting people in that you don't really know unintentionally, that's how people start.
That's how it starts shaking. Shaking the table.
Through the cracks and things start happening, and So y'all keep it tight in this circle intentionally.
Be intentional about everything.
Yeah. Be intentional about everything that you do.
Oh my God.
That was beautiful. Look, God, it's me again. Lord, I see what you're doing for others. Right? That's the one. Lord, I see what you're doing for others.
I see what you're doing.
Right?
And I'm not saying that I'm not thankful.
So listen, this guy I talk to, we always do karaoke, and I'm finna intentionally play song.
Intentional.
Right. So you're gonna be like, who this? Just listen, baby.
Sometimes you gotta listen.
Sometimes you gotta listen.
The answer's there.
The answer's there. So I know in the beginning we played First Class versus Coach, but now we're about to play a quick game before we wrap this up. Called
Baggage Claim.
Baggage Claim.
Okay.
AKA being intentional.
Yeah, so the topic is intentions. So we're going to give you this statement and you tell us exactly what it means for you to be intentional about this specific thing.
Okay, I got you.
You want to start, Frank?
Yes, we're going to do being intentional. Oh, we said this was a good one. Okay. Stop playing. Being intentional about time.
Oh, my goodness.
And not like running late. Just time,
like
period.
you're a father, you're a fiance, you're a businessman, you're an artist, you're all of these things. How do you maintain these great relationships and being able to give a lot to other people without losing yourself in time?
I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of time. I mean, that's the most valuable thing in life that we are offered. And I think that is the ultimate sacrifice. So, if I'm giving you my time, that's because I really care and I want to and I love it, because that is the only thing in life I cannot get back. Besides, when a person passes away. So if I'm giving you my time, brother, like, please respect it. Please respect it. If don't show up, super late, because at this point it's like, you know what? You don't respect my time.
Right.
If you don't respect somebody's time, you don't respect them.
Right. And also talk about time in the sense of loving on people who's here one day and gone tomorrow. Talk about that time.
I would say time is the healer of all things. Everything takes time. No amount of therapy, no amount of people you can talk to, no amount of people, it don't matter how many people come and say, oh, I've been through it, I feel you. If you need somebody, only thing that's on your side right now is God and time. And as long as you allow both to play out simultaneously, you be good money. I think that with time we all gotta go.
Right.
And I think that losing my mom just kind of like put that in the forefront of my mind, like, hey, listen, one day everybody gonna be gone. So what we have to do now is we gotta love on our people while they're here. And I can honestly say that before my mom passed, I kind of took that for granted a little bit, because I was in the mix all the time, moving around trying to make my way in my life and make things happen, and I lost track of time. And like I said, that's something I can't get back, no matter how much money I make, No matter who I know, I can't get that time back. So now I'm intentional about the time that I spend, the time that I give to people.
Got you.
Yeah.
Love it.
Absolutely. Okay, so you just spoke so beautifully about your fiance, but being intentional about dating.
Especially
Yeah.
in this age.
Absolutely.
Please.
Yeah, being intentional when dating, man, is just being honest. That's all. It's just being honest. Like, what are your intentions with me? You just want to have sex? Okay, well, let me know that.
Could you feel like a man could change his mind if? How you feel about that? In a sense of, look, let's say a guy be like, look, all I want is this, right? And then now all of a sudden a woman chooses to say, but she hoping his mind could change.
Right.
Do you feel like, no, if that's his intentions, this is it?
I think that
Or don't force it. Ladies,
I
don't
would.
force it.
Yeah, I mean, believe him. Let's believe that nigga, man.
Because a lot of women feel like
They be like,
one
but
of them.
no, like
Yeah.
I'm a good person.
I honestly believe it. Believe that nigga, man. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, you got a better chance at having a long-term relationship with the guy that says, look, I just want to smash. I'm just being honest. You're a beautiful girl. We had a good time tonight. I ain't really trying to get into nothing. I just want to smash.
And if you play the part and
And
fall
fall
back,
back.
he's gonna be like, yo.
I mean, but you got a person, the person that comes and drop all these love bombs on you, and his whole intention is he just
Team
want
one smash. Now you really.
Now
Now,
it's
I'm
like-
going to jail.
right.
Now I'm going to jail.
I think being intentional is just telling the truth, man. Hey, look, why you here? Look, I see you have emotion. You moving. You got paper. I see you doing your thing. I definitely want to rock with you, but I want to get to where you at. Okay, so you want to learn.
Yeah.
All right. You want to get some money from me. Okay, you want to know how to build your business up. Be intentional. Don't come in here be talking about you want to be, I love you so much, this and the third, and be trying to get some money.
Yeah.
Just be trying to get some money. Like, just be honest with what you want. Because at the end of the day, if it's transactional, let it be transactional. Don't play with my time. Don't play with my love. Don't play with my well-being. Because if we both grown, I mean, we both made the decision to get drunk. We both made a decision to do this thing here. Let's make a decision together and tell the truth to each other. What are we
That's
doing?
it.
Right. Be intentional.
Be intentional. Be
Yeah.
honest.
Talk
That's
about
the
being
honesty. Being honest and being intentional goes hand in hand.
It does. Talk about being intentional about mental health.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's the same. Be intentional with who you let in your circle, in your life, because some people are sent to destroy. Like, you just gotta, man, and then be honest with you. Sometimes it's family, the people you care about the most, the people who got easy access to you. You know, your mental health should be really priority over anything. Because if your mental ain't together, you can no longer run a household.
That's true.
You can no longer run a business.
Right.
You know, you start doing stuff to kind of combat the mental illness and stress that you're going through. And if, for example, drinking,
Yep.
smoking, eating, going
All
to
types
the
of
club,
vices.
all types of vices,
Right.
because your mental health is thrown off because of, you know, something you let get into, you know, your veins,
Yeah.
your blood,
Right.
your bloodstream. So I think, being intentional, man, is just, you know, being safeguarded to the point where you're not shutting out the blessings, but you're protecting the ones that you already have.
Right.
I like that. All right. Last but not least, being intentional about your careers and goals.
Oh man, be intentional about what you like. I say, man, find something you want to do and do it. It's too often that and I tell my fiance this all the time. Focus on one thing. Get that going. All right, let's figure that out first. While that's moving, let's focus on something else, because there's no way possible that I could give music 100% give 100% everything and go over here trying to do this over here 20%, 30% of the time. I can no longer nurture this baby that I've been raising up since I was 12 years old. So now I what am I doing? I'm depriving this baby of what it needs to really truly grow and prosper. I think being intentional is to really find something you're good at and become great at it. And then you sprout out. And then you go, you know, branch off and do different things. Now, I'm not saying just find one thing and do that forever. That's the only thing you do.
Right.
I'm saying
No.
don't be so complacent and just so fast paced to where, you know, you move on from something right when it's finna go.
Right.
Yes.
You know, everything is finna happen. Oh man, you feel like it's going well. So guess what you do? all right, I'm gonna start on this another project over here.
Right.
And you start neglecting this project over
Yeah.
here when it was right at the cusp of getting where we're supposed to get.
Yep.
So be intentional in what you want to do and have good intentions of seeing it through before you move on.
Perfect. All right, y'all. There y'all have it. It's Vedo, baby.
Vedo, no.
Can you? No. We can't say it how he say it. So go ahead. He gonna do it.
It's Vedo, baby.
Hold on, Bronx. No, when we getting excited, look, we just getting excited just cause. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke. Do we have any tours coming up or?
Yeah, we working on the second leg of the Mood Swings tour.
Okay.
I think what we doing October 6th, 7th, 12th. October 12th is going to be, as right now, is the official start date of the Mood Swings tour.
Okay.
Second leg.
Okay.
Please.
We had more dates than last.
Right.
Okay.
I just have one thing. Please tell me.
Oh, yeah, the album
Are
too.
you going to New York?
Come on,
Please.
man, you know I got to go to New York.
Tahira, he's coming to New York.
You know I got to go to New
Please
York.
tell me you going to New York.
We got to
Hold
stop.
on.
We got to stop through New York to get to the other city, but we gonna come to New York though.
Okay. Listen, he's coming, Ty.
I'm
Look,
flying
personally,
Tahira.
so we could go. Yes.
Yeah, I think a Tahitian treat when I hear Tahira. A Tahitian treat.
Bro, as soon as them dates drop,
You know the
I'm
vibe.
flight. We're
We're
New
at
York.
yeah.
Vito.
Oh, that was a good one.
You read y'all game on y'all.
We don't have to.
We're just gonna
we'll
get
be there. Just know that.
Vito, thank you so much.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
You know the vibes.
Hey, this been a pleasure, a joy. Y'all make
Tell
sure,
everybody where they gotta go follow him and download the music.
Everything is Vedo the Singer. That's VedoTheSinger. That's Twitter, Instagram, or the new Threads thing.
Yeah.
YouTube, all that good stuff. Facebook is Vedo. Yeah, man. A streaming new single, Intentional. It's
yes.
crazy. New album on the way.
Yay.
So yeah, look out for that. This will be my 7th album.
Yes, because you got he got music out the ass.
But y'all stay tuned, man. We got
Stay
some big things happening, man. I'm so grateful that I'm still here and still able to release music comfortably after 7 albums. So that's a blessing.
7 is the number of completion.
When can we
so-
see you on NPR Tiny Desk?
When they
We need that.
No, you was killing
You
it.
was killing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, Come on now.
Yo.
Well, I think we actually had some talks with them too, so it's coming soon.
Okay, good.
love
We
it.
need that. We
I
love
love it.
that.
We need
I got
it.
enough popular records now.
Oh, you do.
that-
You do.
Right,
You
right,
have a
you do.
full catalog.
Right.
Okay.
But you already know
Most
I
definitely.
am Shenelle Simone, your favorite Brooklyn
Shenelle.
baddie. Shenelica, all of that. Make sure you follow me at I am Shenelle Simone.
And y'all know who it is. It's your girl April B, your favorite media maven. And don't forget to follow me at it's April B __ on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all also follow the Flew Here Grew Here podcast on everything FHGH podcast. And don't forget, we drop new episodes every Wednesday, 8 p.m. And it drops on all streaming platforms too. Shout out to Jaleesa again, Media Girls Network. We got Vedo in the building. Y'all know what it is. And we'll see you guys next
Vedo,
week.
baby.
Bye.